Let's go on to this next story. I remember I was talking last week about when chicks go after each other, it's like it's all fur and claws. The View co-host Anna Navarro rips Melania Trump's Putin letter as so hypocritical you can't believe it. All right, so the View co-host Anna Navarro derided First Lady Melania Trump's peace letter to Russian President Vladimir Putin as something that falls under the category of stuff that's so hypocritical you can't believe it on Tuesday. In an Instagram video, Navarro recounts part of the First Lady's letter that was delivered to Putin during Friday's summit with President Donald Trump in Alaska. In the letter, the First Lady urged Putin to end his war against Ukraine on behalf of the children. Mr. Putin, you can single-handedly restore their melodic laughter, the First Lady wrote. In protecting the innocence of these children, you'll do more than serve Russia alone. You'll serve humanity itself. And I don't know if you, we'll talk about Navarro's response here in a second, but I don't know if you read what Melania Trump wrote to Vladimir Putin, but like I was just saying, Russia and people like Vladimir Putin is a very masculine society. See, they haven't fallen into the bullshit that we here in the West have done, where, oh, gee, I'm a guy, I shouldn't be thinking stuff or doing stuff without asking a woman. That's how we are in the West. But Vladimir Putin, he gets this letter and he's like, what is this? You read it to me. And his aide, another man, is sitting there. He opens it up and he goes, it's from Melania Trump, sir. Let's see, you, the children, and the puppy dogs and rainbows. We don't need to read that, right, comrade? Ah. You know what I mean? And so when I read Melania Trump's letter to Putin, I was like, God, I hope that was her idea and her idea alone. You think, imagine Trump sitting there, but you know what you should do? You should write him a puppy dogs and rainbows letter. That way, because I can do it. If I did it, he'd be like, that guy's a pussy. He cares about puppy dogs and rainbows. Anyway, Anna Navarro said, think about what Donald Trump is doing to the children of immigrants in America and to U.S. citizen children of immigrants. How many of these children are living with fear of their parents being dragged through the streets of America, their car windows smashed in, their parents beaten by masked men and disappeared? She added, how are children all over the world who are not receiving U.S. aid, all over the world who are not receiving U.S. aid, because her husband's government decided we shouldn't be feeding starving children all over the world? How about those kids? Why is that our responsibility? Anyway, that mop thing really put me in a bad mood. I'm going to skip the story. We're going to move on. Wow. I was yelling there, and I got a flash of mops in my head. I'm like, freaking mops. Yeah. But, I mean, it's such a nonsensical letter, and so she had to go on a rant about it, because Trump sounds bad. You know, I get it. You know, but, you know, they just can't leave each other alone. You know? They just,